He's the overlord of Asebu, and I'm the Apejahin.
Okay.
And I'm a private business person. I grew up in Cape Coast, and then I lived in Accra, New York, and then back to Accra, now in Cape Coast.
Okay.
The reason why I'm here is in 2019, His Excellency President Akufo-Addo made a very powerful overture to the African diaspora to consider returning home after 400 years of being away from their homeland. And he laid a red carpet for this, our kith and kin, our brothers and sisters, to return to their home country. And the excitement that this created has never been seen amongst Africans everywhere in the world for the past 400 years. These brothers and sisters returned home in their numbers, and some of them who couldn't return physically, they returned at the mental level, at the emotional level. As I traveled through the US around 2019, wherever you go, any black community you visit, it was all about the year of return. So, apart from the cultural, spiritual aspects that we're able to come together as a people for the very first time in about 400 years, it also pumped a lot of dollars into our economy and then gave Ghana a very good standing internationally. So it's a good thing. I would say kudos to the president and the organizers, the Ministry of Tourism. I will mention Brother Akwesi Agyeman, who is the CEO for Ghana Tourism Authority, as well as Brother Ababio, who is the director at the Office of the President, Diaspora Affairs, and all the wonderful individuals who made sure this happened. I also go back to thank people like Professor Kojonyaka, Ben Abdallah, Rabbi Cohen Halavi, Ambassador Bennett, and of course my own mother and my very good friend, my mentor, Ambassador Arikana Chamborokau. They have been holding this for a long time. They have been creating this platform or watering this garden. This is what the president jumped on. So we cannot mention only the politicians, but we have to go back to thank those who have been leading this effort for all these years. Nana Kwame Nakra, all of these wonderful people, our brother who just passed, may his soul rest in peace, Rashidi Ronoko, Tanda Browder, Chike Ekua, all these wonderful people, they have done amazingly well for Africa. So this is what the president jumped on, and it's worked wonderfully for us. Now, I personally took it upon myself to visit Her Excellency Ambassador Rekana Chamborokau to try to persuade her to do something here in Cape Coast and Asebu, that central region. Because I found out that when she was the AU ambassador to USA, she tried to use her position to build smart cities that she named Wakanda City. And these cities were supposed to be models for future African governments on how we should move on, how we should progress as a people, how we should build our cities. I read this, and then I felt like maybe after, she left the AU, the blueprint is still there, and then she will still entertain the idea, and then we can jump on the year of return, because the president wanted the city of return. So I visited with her at her mansion in Tennessee. I spent 3 days. We went over this, and then finally, I was successful. She bought into the idea that she will revisit it And then we started, the necessary, consultations, meeting stakeholders, making sure, everything will work. And the idea, Wakanda City idea, is to build a city of return for our brothers and sisters who left, who were enslaved, to return home as kings and queens. If a city is named after them, to us, it's an honor.
Yeah.
We are honoring them with the city. And this is what ADDI, the African Diaspora Development Institute, that is, the founder is Her Excellency Ambassador Wakanda. She's the founder and president. This is what the project that they are on.
Okay.
I serve as an advisory board member for ADDI.
Okay.
And so far, so good. We've acquired an amount of 5,000 acre land in total, or even more than that, at Asebu. And then also we have agreements with the other kingdoms, totaling almost 35,000 acres, Yeah. But we are building in phases. So we're done with our feasibility. We're talking to bankers, that's financial partners, and we are doing so well so far. We believe that in the next few years, we'll inject not less than 200 million USD into the Cape Coast Asebu Central Region economy.
Wow.
And this will kickstart something else in this region.
Okay.
The Accra is congested. People, now, all Accra, starts from Winneba all the way. So very soon, it's coming. And with what we are doing here, people will be living here. People will be moving from Accra to Cape Coast very soon. Very, very soon. Read my lips. People will be moving from Accra to stay at Asebu, to stay at Cape Coast very, very soon.
Okay. You have jumped the whole thing, but I appreciate the fact that you have brought in ADDI. I would have gone to Wakanda University of Excellence, but then you mentioned that the Wakanda City is in phases. So please take us to what is happening in phase 1, what is happening in phase 2.
Thank you very much. Phase 1, we are building what we call the Welcome Center.
Okay.
It's going to be housing units, 4-star hotel, beautiful. We don't have one in Cape Coast here. And beachfront, and we have golf courses, beautiful housing units, Class A units, penthouses and what have you.
Okay.
And that is starting very soon.
Okay.
Probably by end of year, we should, see us actually constructing stuff.
And then
if all goes well.
Okay, and then we also have heard about the capacity building you're doing for some institutions like CCTH, if you can go over that.
Yes, we have 2 programs.
Okay.
When the diaspora are coming, they are coming to impact Ghana, Africa.
Okay.
They are coming to see how they can help build the Africa that we want. Now, it's not just a city. If you build a city and you don't build the people or you don't build the institutions, then there will be a missing link.
Yeah.
So what the ADDI is doing is that we already have arrangement, partnership with the Cape Coast University,
okay,
with the University of Cape Coast, with the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, Cape Coast Nursing School, and then even high schools.
Yeah.
Some high schools,
Agri
Memorial and Mori Community Secondary School, and a couple of them that are. So the idea is, in an ideal world, how will we want our high schools to look like? How will we want our regional teaching hospitals to look like? How will we want the Cape Coast University to look like? How will we want the University of Cape Coast to look like? So Ambassador Wakanda is bringing the diaspora. Remember, ADDI is a premier organization made up of the professionals, African professionals that in the diaspora. So the diaspora is coming to see how they can contribute, their talent, their experience to these institutions. Not just that, we're going to see how we can help build these schools. For example, the University of Cape Coast, they need hostels.
Yeah.
We are looking into that. Cape Coast University, they need hostels, and they need other stuff for engineering, their engineering department, their agri department. We have their counterparts in the diaspora working with them on all these fronts. So very soon, you will also see us doing stuff with these institutions. We are in a very advanced phase in our discussions, and it's very exciting when you jump on some of these meetings to see how excited both parties are. The diaspora is happy returning home. Their counterparts in Ghana are happy receiving them. Who is the winner? Ghana is the winner. Africa is the winner. So when you say a prayer, remember Her Excellency Ambassador Wakanda for sacrificing all her life. I don't think there's any one individual who has given much to Africa in recent times other than this wonderful, strong woman that I personally call Yasantua. So this is what is happening so far.
Okay, now let's move on to the Wakanda One Expo. We have seen the flyers around, and we know that the Wakanda Expo is happening in December. What does it seek to achieve?
Well, the Wakanda One Expo is a trade fair. In basic terms. And then it seeks to achieve whatever a trade fair seeks to achieve. Plus, it wants to connect the diaspora. It wants to, the diaspora want to see ready-made contracts in Ghana. If I have $50,000 and I'm coming to stay in Ghana, or I'm coming to Ghana, where can I invest? What do I do? We cannot leave it to them to come figure out. That is why the ADDI has partnered the Cape Coast Regional Chamber of Commerce to put together this wonderful extravaganza, this trade show. So you see the diaspora coming, and it's like a B2B. We will match them with the opportunities in Cape Coast, in Ghana. And we already have a working relationship with the Chamber of Commerce. So it's not a one-off thing. This is just to initiate it. This is just to kickstart it. Once it's in place, the Chamber's door will be open all the time, working with the African Diaspora Development Institute to make sure that people come here and they get the guide that they need. We don't want anybody coming here and get his fingers bent. We don't want anybody coming here and go with bad stories. We want to make sure that we're crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. So we are partnering the right institutions to make this happen. Already beyond the expo, we are establishing the ADDI Business Incubator at the Cape Coast Regional Chamber of Commerce. We want to impart Cape Coast. ADDI wants to make sure that Cape Coast, Ghana, Africa is working. We want to use Cape Coast as an example. We already have arrangements to go to Kenya, to go to all African countries will have Wakanda cities. That is why we call this one Wakanda One. So the Trade Expo is just one of the ways that we are using to get stakeholders together. And then to see how the diaspora who are coming will get opportunities here to invest.
Thank you very much. We're going on a quick break. When we come back, we move on to discuss Wakanda One Obokesi University of Excellence. Please stay tuned. You're welcome back from the break. This is still Diaspora Connect, discussing facilitating the African diaspora return through the Wakanda One City of Return. Nana, please, before we left, I indicated that we'll talk about the Wakanda One Obokesi University of Excellence. We understand you're the brain behind it. So please tell us more about the university and then the courses that it offers.
Thank you very much, Amma. Wakanda One Obokesi University of Excellence is part of the broader Wakanda One City of Return project.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, this smart city will have universities, hospitals, and what have you, a theme park, everything that a smart city has, we won't fall short of that. We'll have all that. So the Wakanda One Expo University of Excellence is a project of Wakanda One City of Excellence.
Okay.
Now, the premise of this university is that there's a need for us as Africans to produce the kind of students, the kind of professionals who are very nationalistic in their approach towards work, who are very nationalistic in their approach towards nation building, who are very nationalistic in their approach towards industry.
Okay.
So basically, we are trying to reorient our society. Why do we need to do that? When the colonizer came to Africa, the colonizer came with 3 objectives. Number 1 was to physically occupy our land, to take our land. Number 2 was to build institutions that will make the occupation beneficial for him or her, not for the African. Number 3 was perpetually enjoy the benefits of these first 2 arrangements.
Okay.
So, 6th of March, 1957, Kwame Nkrumah Osajefo got us independence. Hooray! We're very happy. The independence only dealt with the first one, the first objective.
Yeah.
That is for the colonizer to leave the land. So we're able to have our president and everything, you know, by 1960 we're a republic. So the first objective, the independence, helped to curb it or to solve that problem. As the physical occupation, Ghana became Ghana, we owned Ghana, we had our IGP as Ghanaian, we had this, we became Ghana. But in the frenzy, we forgot about the 2nd and 3rd arrangement, as in the institutions that they built. They are all European-minded to keep us Europeans. So you see that when we go to our law courts, you know, our judicial system, all the lawyers are still wearing the wigs. And the type of curriculum that we have at these premier universities like Legon and University of Cape Coast, Tech and everything, they are good. I'm not here to say they're bad, but the orientation. This curriculum is not African-centered, it's European-centered. And this is the result we get. After all these years of independence, we are not really ourselves. We are half Europeans, half Ghanaians, half Africans. So we need to tackle that problem. How do we tackle it? We need institutions or universities or high schools that are African-centered.
And how feasible is African-centered education?
It's very feasible. It's easier than what we are doing now.
Really?
Yes. When I say African-centeredness, I mean we should put Africa at the center of what we teach.
Okay.
Of the learning experience. So let's say you are a professor, you're teaching your students about finance. Instead of setting Rockefeller or what they call it, Warren Buffett as an example, you can set Mansa Musa. You can set Dangote.
Okay.
You can set Sam Jonah.
Okay.
It's not strange. It's about us. We have to put ourselves, our cultural values, who we are at the center of our education.
Okay.
It should be part of the curriculum. African history should be part, the right African history should be part of the curriculum. It should be the basis, it should be the premise.
Okay.
So that is what it's all about. Okay. It's nothing strange. I'm not saying we should do anything strange.
Okay.
We should just put Africa, its values, its value system, its history, at the center of our curriculum. It's very simple. Once we are able to do that, we will be able to build students who will become professionals, who are true Africans, who care about themselves and Ghana and Africa.
Okay.
Because you are imbibing in them what is supposed to be in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's garbage in, garbage out. So what goes in produces what comes out. Okay. So all we are saying is that if we are lucky to have 10 high schools, 10 universities, 5 universities with African-centered curriculum, we'll be able to solve all our problems. As easy as that. It's not magic. We are prioritizing, we go to school and then we learn to become Europeans and then we have to function in an African setting.
Yeah.
And it's a mismatch. It's very practical. It's very, very simple. It's very, very, very simple. Once we put Africa at the center of our curriculum, at the center of the learning, teaching experience, we will solve our problems.
Okay. Okay. So what partnerships does Wakanda One University has with all other universities? Is there any partnerships that are going on? Yes.
I'm very happy to inform viewers or listeners that I don't think there's any new university who has been blessed or which has been blessed with partnerships like what we are doing here.
Wow.
We have the whole of the diaspora supporting us, and we have a lot of HBCUs who are even trying to partner us.
Okay.
And you know, our founder, the founder of ADDI, heritage in the diaspora.
Yeah.
So we have a whole lot. As a matter of fact, on 12th September, we are signing one agreement with Cheney University.
Okay.
Cheney University is the oldest HBCU. When I say HBCU, historically black college universities in America. Cheney is the oldest university, oldest HBCU in America. Okay. And then they feel very happy that they are going to be part of building a new university in Ghana that is African-centered. Okay. So on the 12th of September, we signed this deal, and the type of agreements we have is going to help solve some of our problems. It's very unfortunate that as we have this discussion, I know we are importing tilapia from China and all other places. It's a shame. Wakanda One University of Excellence is practical. It's practical in its approach. And the agreement we have with Cheney is based on aquaponics. Okay. We're going to do tilapia farming. Oh. Okay. Yes. So students will come, we train them. It's not your usual university. It's like a TASG model. Students will be there. They will learn to farm and to eat on campus and to sell. Wow. So it's very practical. That
gives an idea of the courses you'll be running, because if aquaponics, then it means there's agriculture.
Agric is key. You cannot develop Africa without looking at agriculture. Agric is key. You have the humanities. African history is very important to us. The true African history. Okay. You know, this is very important. Okay. You know, from our perspective. Okay. You know, and then also STEM, science, you know, technology, engineering. They are all part of what we're looking to do. Entrepreneurship is key. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're wrapping up here. My final question is, as a young chief, and looking at the level of, mishaps that are going on in society, which is, we have the youth behind all of this mishap. What will be your advice to the youth, and what will be your final word to the diaspora with regards to coming to Ghana, coming to Cape Coast?
Well, first of all, let me say a big thank you to all ADDI members for the wonderful work, the sacrifices they're doing to make sure that the vision of His Excellency, President Akufo-Addo, is achieved. The President, as a policy, wants to, you know, if you look at the pillars of Beyond the Return, the President wants the diaspora to see Ghana as a homeland, to come to Ghana. We don't want to have the diaspora here, and tomorrow somebody will ask you, hey, when are you going back? Who dare ask you when you're going back, when you go to your village? So, ADDI is doing a marvelous job on this very target, or the mission, the objective of this wonderful president that we have, to bring the diaspora home. So I want to say a big thank you to all the leadership, the board members, Kinadamte, all of them, Oni of Ife, all these wonderful people who are helping the ADDI to push for the diaspora to return to Africa. I want to say thank you to them, and I want to also assure them that they are welcome anytime. This is their homeland. As the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey said, Africa for Africans, home and abroad. It's our Africa. So, they are welcome home. The opportunities here, we can build this. People don't know that the African-American economy alone is the 9th biggest economy in the world. So, when His Excellency, the President, is looking to bring them, apart from the fact that they are coming to their homeland, and then we are happy to see them, they are also coming to help us.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. They are coming to inject capital into our economy. They are bringing technology. They are bringing experience. They have lived with the, they live outside of this continent for more than 400 years. So they are coming to share all that with us. And then, Africa too. Africa has all the natural resources. It has a useful population than anywhere else in the world. So when we do this collaboration, we are already winning on the moral front. All we need is to collaborate, and then we can solve all our problems. We don't need examples from anywhere. I keep saying that. Let's use it as an example. The United States of America has benefited from free labor for 270 plus years. UK has done same or more. But the US owes a lot of money to China. When you go to UK, there's a lot of poor people. So we cannot really look at them as an example. Our solutions lies in our Africanness. Our solutions lies in us collaborating, seeing that our brother is somewhere, our sister is somewhere, they have the means in terms of capacity, in terms of finances, and we courting them, and they also accepting to come. Who will succeed? Okay. There's no point in us going into Venezuela and Malta and all these places seeking for help. We have built great empires in the past. It's only this past 400 years that we've had these issues.
Yeah.
We built Timbuktu. We built powerful empires when we were together. So we can do the same.
We can do the same.
And this is what Excellency Ambassador Wakanda is doing right now. I want to say thank you, a personal thank you to her once again, and to our youth. I want you to understand that, we shouldn't really entirely focus on government or the politician to solve your problems.
Okay.
Look at your community. Look at what you can do. Look at the small things you can do. The major problem we have here is unemployment.
Yeah.
And it's a shame you see our strong people trying every means to go outside. It's a shame. What ADDI is doing is going to change the tide. When there are jobs, they will stay.
They will stay. Yeah.
And I just want to encourage them that there's a brighter future ahead. Think Ghana, think Africa. Look at your community. See the problems there. The problems are opportunities. See the problems. They are opportunities.
Okay.
And then just partner people. Maybe you go to your local chamber of commerce. Partner people. Have people who mentor you. If you are listening to me right now, take a critical look at your community. Probably there is something you can do to help solve the problem. As you solve problems, you are creating jobs for yourself and for the community. So the over-reliance on politicians or government is a thing that we have to take a look at critically, because that does not really happen as a people or as a country.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nana. This has been an interesting and an insightful conversation. Thank you very much for having us here. This has been Diaspora Connect on AAU TV, Africa for the Africans, home and abroad. My name is Bridget Amadente. See you same time next week.